Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beer Reviews. For tonight's little review we have another beer from all the way from America. This is Evil Twins, beer they produce for Noma, the best restaurant in the world, several years running. This is Oxalis, a 5.5% pale ale. Thank you once again to the guys at Toast for hooking me up with this little beer. Really cool that they did that. Oxalis. Oxalis is wood sorrel. A type of plant that is edible, but it's also poisonous. Unless it's used in certain ways, it can be poisonous. Apparently it's quite sour and bitter. I've never had it before, but I can say it probably would work in a pale ale. So there you go, just a little bit of an interesting thing. I'm sure knowing Noma, it's probably been scavenged by themselves or something like that, or it's a common wood sorrel to the restaurant or something, but you never know with Noma, they always do whacking crazy stuff. So, crack it on open, we'll pour this fellow on out and see what we have. So, what we have here is quite a hazy orange coloured beverage. A lot of carbonation creeping up the side of the glass. There is a fair whack in it. Good one and a little bit think ahead. Nice and pretty white, to be honest. It's maybe just got a slight twinge of creamy colour in there. Looks like it might lace quite well, I'm not too sure, but it's got good head retention. It's certainly sticking around. Oh, there's little bits and chunks of something or other floating around on the inside of this as well. Most likely yeast. In fact, there is a lot of yeast slurry in this. Must be bottle conditioned, he says, peering down the bottle. I'm assuming so, at least. And this was made at the Farno Bryghus in Denmark, so you know. Cool, so let's get a little nose on this and see what we have. There's a little bit of fruity mango note going on, something a little bit tropical. A little bit soapy though. And it's just a sweet hint of malt in the background of it as well. But to be honest, it doesn't exactly pong too heavy, it's quite subtle. But if you push me, I'd say it has a tropical twinge to it. Okay, interesting, cool. Without further ado, cheers everyone, let's give it a try. Ooh, anything but on the palate though. Ooh, wow, 5.5%. God, it kicks so much more than 5.5%. Wowzers, wowzers. Let's give it another try. It's almost a really deep, rich, it's caramel, but it's almost got like the same kind of malt profile as something you'd get in a double IPA. That it's a really concentrated caramel flavour across the tongue. And as that subsides, you get a nice fizzle, you get a little bit of something tropical, and then you get what must be the wood sorrel. I almost call it minty, peppery minty, and a super distinct bittering sourness. It's not like hot bitterness. It's not like that. It's all at the back of the mouth and all on the top of the palate, all at the top of my mouth, the roof of my mouth, I should say. That's really interesting. Really interesting. That's super strong. Pardon me. Lots of carbonation. That strong malt character, followed by this defining bitterness at the end of it, really belays the fact that it's a 5.5%. It feels a lot stronger than that. And actually, I'm getting a little bit more what I call dankness. A herbal, weedy, as in marijuana-y sort of note coming through with it as well. So despite the fact that the aroma's not exactly brilliant, there's definitely a lot more complexity to this and a little bit more interest. Yeah, that's certainly interesting. I mean, I figured they wouldn't... Oh yeah, look at that, nice lacing as well, actually. No, I've had a bit, you can see. I know Noma wouldn't go out and, you know, they wouldn't let themselves serve a bad beer. It's just, you know, the best restaurant in the world, they're not going to do that, are they? But this is certainly complex and interesting. I just wish it had a little bit more aroma to kind of just encapsulate it. If it got some like minty herbal note in it too, that would really help, I think. But hey, you can't win them all. Right, in terms of rating, I'm probably going to give this an 8 out of 10. It's certainly interesting, it's a little bit innovative. Really, you know, it took me for surprise when I tried it, but it's probably not the most balanced of beers. It's distinctly bitter, and it's also got that really strong malt character. Hops kind of get lost in the middle somewhere. I don't think many people would drink this and really be like, oh, it's the best beer in the world. It's just slightly too bitter. Perhaps if you get the backstory and you understand it's got Oxalis in it, there's wood sorrel, you might buy into it more, I guess. But still, definitely not a bad beer. An 8 out of 10. I would have another. I would. It's really nice, but it needs some refinement to get up there into the higher grades for me. So cool. Please like, favourite, comments and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Tell me what you think if you've tried this. If you've tried it in Noma, it'd be really cool as well. And if it goes well with the cuisine they do there, that'll be awesome. So tell me all. And until the next baby review, cheers.